they're attacking India again for buying Russian oil. Now, again, think of how smart the United States and the West are. They thought, okay, we're going to sanction Russia, and then Russia's economy is going to be destroyed, and the ruble is going to be in tatters. And actually, the ruble, out of all the world economies, right, all of the currencies, grew the most this year, and it did the best out of all of the currencies. It's at the highest it's been since 2019, 2020. Ridiculous. And now Russia is moving more amounts of oil towards the east than it did before. And India is buying this up at a discount. The Ukrainian foreign minister, look what he says to India. He says that every barrel of Russian oil delivered to India has quote-unquote Ukrainian blood on it. I could tell you, man, I saw some of the coverage in India. They're really not happy at this crap because it's completely offensive, And I think the foreign minister, the Indian foreign minister, he handled this very well because he was I'm not going to say attacked, but challenged about this a few months ago by Liz Truss. She's the foreign minister in the UK. She might become the prime minister. I want to show you that clip because he really smacked her in the face. Like, he left her looking so stupid. Look at this.
I think it's very important, though, that we respect other countries' decisions about the issues that they face. India is a sovereign nation. I'm not going to tell India what to do.
Christ, I mean, that last thing that came out of her mouth. Oh, as a British official, just how generous of you, madam.
Just reading a report today that in the month of March, Europe has bought, I think, 15% more oil and gas from Russia than it did the month before. If you look at the major buyers of oil and gas from Russia, I think you'd find most of them are in Europe.
Yeah, exactly. So he straight up hits her with the numbers and really shows what hypocrites they are. The price of oil went up to $120 a barrel, and India was getting a discount, I think, of $30 to $40. I'm talking about the first few months, right when the war started. So February 24th and into March, into April, into May. India was getting a hell of a discount. The Western European countries and the United States want to go lecture India for buying the same oil as them? How does that make any sense? And then on top of it, they're shipping Russian oil to New York, to the United States via India. They just send it to India, and then in India they mix it in with something else, right? So chemically speaking, it's not exactly 100% the same as it came in from Russia. And then they just say, oh, well, this was made in India, and they send it off. So basically, the West is still consuming Russian gas, still consuming Russian oil, and then they have the nerve to lecture India for doing the same. Keep in mind, India was never a huge importer of Russian oil like it is now. They were getting a heck of a deal. This is what he had to say yesterday, the Indian foreign minister. Take a look.
On the oil issue, look, you have to, at this time, oil prices are unreasonably high, okay? Not only are oil prices high, so are gas prices. A lot of them, lot of traditional suppliers to Asia are also diverting them to Europe, because Europe is buying less oil and gas from Russia, or can buy less gas from Russia. So Europe is also actually buying much more from the Middle East and from other sources who would have supplied India. So it is a situation today where every country will try naturally to get the best deal possible for its citizens, will try to cushion the impact of this high energy prices. And that is exactly what we are doing. Now, we are not doing it in a defensive way. I mean, we have been very open and very honest about our interest.
I think you put that quite succinctly. And, you know, what it comes down to it at the end of the day, it's really this neo-colonial mentality. And Liz Truss, when she was speaking with him, the UK occupied India for around 400 years. Very bloody, nasty, disgusting operation that was being run there, right? A lot of people killed. You know, a lot of exploitation that has ramifications to this day. And so for a British official to sit there and start lecturing the Indian foreign minister about what oil to buy. I'm not even Indian. I'm British, and I'm losing my shit at how she casually sits there and lectures this man. And again, it's the entirety of the West. They want to consume the oil. They want to consume the gas that comes from Russia, and then tell other countries not to do it. You know why they're saying this as well? Because they don't want Russia to have anywhere to offload its product. That's what it's about, right? Basically, it's like, do what we say, you Indians over here, all of the global South. You guys do what we say, and Russia, we want to make sure you have no place to sell, so you have no revenue from the oil sales. I just want to show you one last thing. This is from the India Times economic section, okay? And so, again, this is August 17th, just 2 days ago. The United States has told India that an Indian ship was used earlier this year to export fuel made from Russian crude to New York through high seas transfers, according to a top Indian central bank official. So the U.S. Treasury Department told India that this Indian ship picked up oil from a Russian tanker on the high seas and brought it to a port in Gujarat on the west coast, where it was refined and shipped on. Again, this is a process that I covered in detail. I did a whole segment on this about a month ago on the channel about how all of the Russian oil was being diverted through India to the United States. Patra's comments are India's first official public reference to such U.S. concerns. So again, keep in mind, we're talking about the Deputy Governor of the Reserve Bank of India. Okay? So he's the first Indian official to admit this stuff. Or to, let's say, admit to it. And I love what he says here, quote unquote, so that's the way war works. It works in strange ways. Basically what that means is screw you and mind your own business.